welcome to my channel, Love Grows Tarot. I'm here to do a tarot card reading for the sun sign of Aries in the month of June. If you like these readings, please subscribe. If you want notifications of upcoming readings, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome. I will leave descriptions in the description box, and I do take donations. You can go to paypal.me/lovegrowstarot. They're very useful and greatly appreciated. I do general readings. They may not resonate with everybody, and the energy and themes of these readings can take place in the future, so please feel free to come back and review these readings at any time. I begin my readings with 3 opening cards of the past, present, and the future, just to see what kind of energies are lingering there and what you may need to know to create more positive energy going forward. I follow through with the rest of the reading and end with a single card from the bottom of the deck. So let's get started with this tarot card reading for the sun sign of Aries in the month of June. I'm going to start with the past card. Oh, I'm guided by the tarot cards and spirit, so basically I just keep on shuffling until the appropriate card makes its appearance. So, the past for you, Aries, is coming from the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords is an interesting card because it's basically a lot of aggression, a lot of ego, a lot of arguing, a lot of negative energy. And it could be coming from you and your attitude and your behaviors and patterns of habits towards others, or maybe you in a situation with another person. In this kind of a scenario, the best thing to do is walk away from this aggressive type dominating person and just to sort of go on with your own life, because it's those battles that are never won. It's just something that will continue going on. If you yourself find that this energy was something in your past, that sort of need to control or that need to be the always winning or sort of the top dog in all situations, then there's something from that energy that's lingering with you today that you should really think about and really try and see how that kind of energy is either having positive or negative effects on what's going on today. So let's see what's going on with the present day card, just to clarify things a little bit more. Present. Dear Spirit, what is going on for Aries in June at the present time? That Aries could look at and take the information and use it to make more positive decisions and choices going forward. So we have the Star. So the Star is from the Major Arcana. That's your life lesson. So it's very important to take these cards seriously, because they do have strong messages that are coming through for you. So the Star is all about faith and having the patience to allow the universe to do its job. So there's a lot of faith that can help you at this present time. Maybe you're doing things and once again, you might be trying to control the outcome of things, and maybe your ego gets in the way. So learning how to detach from that kind of energy is going to be very, very important for you in the future. So really take the idea of faith and take the idea of allowing things to happen, allowing things to do their course without having high expectations of what you want things to do and how you want them to turn out, and really trying to control situations all the time. You got to learn to let loose a bit and allow the universe to do what it does best. And then for the future, we have the 7 of Cups, and that's all about choices, but it's also about dreams and desires that don't really carry any weight and never come to fruition. You have to be really careful about that, and also your choices. So in the future, there will be lots of options, and there will be lots of choices for you, and you just have to be very careful about what you're doing. Sometimes when we have all these choices coming at us, we don't necessarily pick the best choices. We just sort of pick the ones that amuse us the most or are the shiniest. But it's also about dreams and about when you are talking about these dreams and talking about these things that you want to put on the table, or you want to get going. You're like, oh, I've got these great goals and I've got these great ideas, and then nothing really happens to them. And then people are just like, yeah, you keep on talking about these things that you're going to do, and then you never do them. So that's something that you're going to have to address in the future, making better choices. And if you do have those dreams, pick the ones that you can work on, that you can plan for, that are in your scope of energy, and go forward with them and take all the necessary steps to make these things happen. And if you're manifesting, also be careful about what you're manifesting. Sometimes you're just like piling things on and you don't really have a clear understanding or a clear vision of what exactly you want. You just sort of want all this stuff. And so you have to sort of clarify that as well. That's something that you will have to take with you into the future. This is like a heads up. This is like a forewarning of that kind of energy that can be present in the future, that you can address now or think about now, so you can make the changes so that new doors of opportunities come your way, or when you do come in line with these kind of choices that you're making the best ones for you. All right, let's go through with the rest of the reading. And we have the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords is self-imposed restrictions, self-sabotage, thinking that you're stuck in a place that you're not, really getting in your head about things. So for the month of June, you may feel like you have no control. And Aries, just because of the Aries personality, they're very like in control. They're very competitive. They want to be in control. You might feel like you're in a situation, either you're in an household environment, or you're some kind of environment where you feel like you're imprisoned, or you're contained, or you can't be free to do what you want, but you're not. You can walk away from these situations. You just have to build up the confidence and the courage, and make some necessary motions and movements and plans to allow yourself to free from that, and then figure out whether this is like a habitual thing where it's easier to put up with it, although you don't want it, but you're putting up with it, than it is to get out of it. Like there's more fear of getting out of it than there is actually not being happy in it. And you have to change that, because if you really want that freedom that you seek, or that happiness that you seek, you have to take the actions to get yourself out of that. And if it's just a matter of things that you do that in relationships that turn into self-destructive behavior, really take a look at that kind of pattern too. So June's going to be about looking at your habits and your behaviors, and write them down and figure out where it is in things that you do that you find you get yourself into these, set up these patterns and behaviors, and then all of a sudden it's like you sabotage yourself. Because now's going to be a time to now's the time to work on those things. There's going to be a lot of good energy around for you to do that, especially during the month of June. What else does Aries need to know about for the month of June? So now we have the 7 of Wands, and that's a competitive card. So a lot of this energy that's coming through these cards is a very Aries energy. So with the 7 of Wands, it's also about sticking up for your beliefs and yourself. So you might find yourself in this kind of position where if you're trying to get out of a situation, you're really going to have to sort of stand up for what you believe in and explain yourself, and really take the action to allow yourself to get out of this 8 of Wands kind of feeling kind of trapped, feeling kind of imprisoned in something, some relationship or something. You're going to have to stand up for yourself for this one. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles is money. Pentacles are always your finances and your possessions. And this is also about your relationship with money. So this card can be here because you might have to hang on to some of your money. You might be in a situation, especially if you're moving from one position to another, money might be the option. Money's going to flow, but it's better for you to save it if you can. get a nest egg of money, or just not spend so much. Really find your means and stay within the limits of your finances. That's going to really help you out, especially for this month, especially if you are planning to make some changes. What else does Aries need to know about in the month of June? June for Aries. What else does Aries need to know about? Also with the money card, sometimes it can mean properties. It can mean that you actually find a place and you may be like, you may get a really good deal on something. Maybe you're renting, maybe you're purchasing, maybe there's an opportunity there. So if you are on the move, you might find yourself in, something comes up just at the right time for you. So that's something to think about too. But also just, balance your budget and don't overspend and keep an eye on it for the month of June. And then we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is it's a card of sorrow, it's a card of grieving, it's a card of focusing on things that have happened in the past, and still sort of making that your main focus. And the thing in this card is that you've been focusing on whatever it is for long enough. And there's two cups right behind you. They're right in front of you, but you've turned around to the three cups that are lying on the ground that are spelt. And so you've got to turn around and pick up your two cups and get on with it. If it's bridges that have been burnt, then you just have to get on with it. They might not be able to be mended, but that's not for you to really concern yourself with at this present time. There might be options in the future where you could figure that out. If you are grieving for somebody that has passed, they know that you've been grieving. They know it. They know that you've been grieving, and you've been grieving long enough, and the best thing that they want for you is for you to live your life. You can't live your life just grieving about people that you've lost. In order to really make them happy at this moment in time is to make yourself happy, and then they can feel that and see that you're happy, and that's going to make them happy. But they're there with you if it's somebody that has been very important or special to you in your life. They are there, but you're making them sad because you're staying sad. So think about that, and think about ways, if that's the case, to just get on with it. It's not the easiest thing. It's not like you lose them in memory, or you lose them at all. They're with you, but you have to live life. That's going to be important for some of you. Once again, if it is bad relationships, you just have to move past it. You have to get going, because that could also be the key to this Eight of Swords, where you just feel like you're in some kind of prison, that you can't really do anything, and it could really identify with this card here. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So this is the card of staying up at night with worries and anxiety. It's a card of depression. And so this Five of Cups here, and this whole focus here, is maybe a great cause for all of this anxiety that you may have, or this depression that you might be in, or just this heaviness in your heart. So this is going to be important for you to pick up the cups and get moving forward, so you can get past this, because these two cards here are really causing you a lot of negative energy and a lot of missed opportunities, because they're really isolating you from things. All right, what else does Aries need to know about in the month of June? Too many cards. Sometimes it just falls. Sometimes the shuffling some days is better than other days. Okay, what else does Aries need to know about in the month of June, dear Spirit? What can you tell us about June for Aries? There we go. Oh, we have the Page of Swords. So the swords are the air signs. They are going to be Aquarius, they are going to be Gemini, and they are going to be Libra. It could be a youthful person or a young person from these sun signs. It could be these times of year, so that would be January, February, that would be May and June, and that would be September and October. So look for signs of a very intellectual, very mindful kind of energy. It's not an emotional energy. So the court cards can represent messages with the pages. So there might be messages coming in. There'll be communication. And the page looks over these two cards. So there might be communication coming in for you to, and might give you a lot of clarity on whatever is keeping you heavy in this little area here. The Page of Swords, as a person, like I said, can have a youthful energy. Usually they're younger, but they could have could be somebody older with a more youthful energy. Once again, the sun signs of air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So this particular person, if it is a person in your life, is very concerned with this energy. Is very concerned with this energy. So like I said, it could be communication, and there might be clarity within all this, some communication for you. Or it might be somebody that comes in and offers you some clarity, some assistance, some kind of healing energy for you. And then we have the World. So the World's another major arcana. That's going to be a life lesson. Like I said, very important. Be very mindful of these cards because they do have important information for you. So the World is a nice card in this reading because the World means that you're stepping up, that you've evolved into next level awareness, that you've come for full circle. The World in the tarot card, you start as a fool and you're out on a journey. You take that risk on yourself and you just go out and you start a journey of life. And then the World is when you complete that journey to start another journey. But you've learned all the lessons along the way. So this is really nice because it means that you're going to get past this, whatever this is. And the Page of Swords could be that information, or could be that person that comes in and really gets you out of that in a very helpful and very positive way. So yeah, it looks like everything's clearing for you, Aries, in the month of June. Not necessarily at the beginning of the month and not necessarily right away, but it is taking you in that direction. And then we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is a heads up that if you focus on the thing, and we're back to these three cups here, so you can easily fall back into that, either in habits or you could fall back into that. When your focus is on these three cups, you're missing universal gifts. You're missing a lot of big opportunities that you're not seeing that are right in front of you, or maybe you're not seeing anything that you should be seeing as an opportunity. And you should start looking at opportunities big and small, because even the little ones are going to take you to those big dreams that you dream about. So yeah, so really watch this connection because you're getting yourself out of it. But the Three of Cups are coming back, and even though they're upright, they're still kind of in that vision of yours. So really be mindful of that and have a different perspective on things. Become more positive and look at the little things in life as you would the big things in life. And when you change that perspective, it's really going to help you not only open your mind, but it's also going to open a lot of doors for you, a lot of doors of opportunity in all areas of your life, whether that be your love life or your financial life or your active life, just in life in general, your spiritual life. What else does Aries need to know about in the month of June? It's already June. It's amazing. It's like these past, especially these past 2 years. Whew. And then we have Justice. So Justice is another major arcana card. And justice is justice. It's when things work out, and when the law is upheld, when karma is balanced, when things are looked at and within this, you're bookmarked between the world, next level awareness, and justice. And this whole, like I said, this connection to the Five of Cups and this connection here to the Four of Cups. Really be mindful of what that energy is doing and whether that's starting to come back into your world at any time. Because it could be a karma thing with justice. And when you stop perpetuating that kind of energy, then justice is going to open up. Things will, like if you feel that you have that kind of karma thing or something, or you feel that things just, it's like one not bad thing, but one negative thing after another negative thing after another negative thing, and you really sort of feel stuck in that rut. Justice really opens that up, because that's like clearing out the karma. So figure out what this is. For if this is something that is going to take more time than you think, you have to change that. If you feel that energy coming back into you, and if something starts repeating itself, or you feel yourself being dragged back into that focus, then stop it, because these two cards here, you're responsible for the energies of these two cards. You're responsible for anything in a reading. It's really, you have to take the action. This isn't going to happen by just looking at the cards. Everything's going to change. You really have to, what they're doing is giving you information for you to change. And so you have to take the actions. And for these two cards, they're telling you that it's up to you. You have to take responsibility. You have to get up. The universe is offering you gifts. It's like, if you felt that there's like the Winnie the Pooh negative energy around you all the time, well, that's going to change, but it's really up to you to change your perspective. When you change your perspective, this door is going to go wide open, and it's going to be really, really awesome for you. So the last card for you comes from another Major Arcana card. This time it's the High Priestess. This High Priestess is not a woman of words. She uses her intuition. When this card comes up, it's about using your intuition and being more responsible to your intuition and your inner being, and what it is trying to tell you, because your inner being and your intuition are trying to guide you in a good direction. And if you're, once again, we'll go back to these cards, if you're too focused on that, if that's become more of what you focus your life on, it's time to awaken to your intuition and let it guide you. And also your intuition is going to guide you in a more positive direction. So really, 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 really think about the actions you can take based on the information of, especially these Major Arcana cards. The Star has your faith, your belief, and allowing the universe to do its thing. And then all this kind of like combative, competitive, isolating feeling kind of energy will start to change in your life, and you're going to start to find that you're in more situations of positive energy, and you're in more situations with a lot more positive opportunities. All right, Aries, that's your reading for the month of June. I hope you enjoyed these readings. If you like these readings, please subscribe. If you want notifications, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome. I will leave descriptions in the description box, and I do take donations, and they are very useful, and I'm very appreciative of any donations. They're really helpful, especially for me and my craft. And that's it. I hope you have follow me on Instagram. I do a daily reading there, #lovegrowstarot. I have lots of fun doing those readings. And that's it. So lots of work to do for June, and it's work, but it's going to pay off in so many, 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 many amazing ways. So please, please, please do the work that you need to make the changes that are going to create more positive energy in your life. Stay safe, and I will see you next time.